Hey, let me ask you something. How are you currently managing different types of maintenance work in your company? Because when routine tasks, unexpected issues, and IT-related maintenance are handled in different places, it becomes very easy for things to get missed. That is why we built this maintenance management system. It gives the team one clear place to manage and track all maintenance-related work. As you can see, we built the routine maintenance list, then the non-routine maintenance list, then IT maintenance, and then all certificates. In addition, we created a folder for the maintenance department so that they can see and handle all the work that relates to maintenance. And you can see routine maintenance, non-routine maintenance, property certificates, vehicle tasks, and IT maintenance. All house tasks are added via automation into this list so the maintenance department team can see and work on those tasks. Let me show you one by one. In addition, we also created a separate dashboard for the maintenance department team so that everyone is aligned and they can see the task status of each house. As you can see, all houses are here and they can see the status of each one. So let me first start with routine maintenance. As you can see, there are 5 automations in the routine maintenance list and also 5 automations in the maintenance department folder. Why did we set separate automations in 2 lists? Because this routine maintenance list is connected to all the houses, all house routine maintenance tasks are added here. For the common automations, we set 5 automations. All 5 houses' routine tasks need to follow these 5 automations. First, you can see there are fields like comments, assigned due dates, status, priority, date closed, and maintenance type. There are many maintenance types: electrical, plumbing, general, white goods, gardens, and vehicles. And there's a booking request sent field, yes or no, and there's a cost field, an evidence file, and a service report. And as you can see, we added recurring tasks with due dates. These are monthly, as you can see. And then there are some where if you complete the task, it automatically creates a new task and sets the due date 3 months. And there are some annual tasks. If you complete the task, it will add the due date 1 year later. The same applies for seasonal winter tasks and seasonal summer tasks. An on visit means when they complete the task, it creates a new task. When they visit, they check the status of that particular recurring item. And once it is completed, it creates a new task. This is shown for Aurora House, but there are other houses and the house name is set automatically. The task type is also set automatically when any task is created from a recurring, and there are other views we created. First, you can see a by maintenance type view: electrical, plumbing, general, so that everything can be seen from one place. What maintenance tasks are needed for electrical, for plumbing, and for others. And by frequency, you can see there are 16 monthly tasks and 13 quarterly tasks, all visible in one place without needing to go anywhere else. And there is a calendar view where they can see which date each task falls on. For example, if I set this electrical task to the 17th, you will see it added to the calendar like this. So this is how it is working, and there is an SOP so that they can follow the protocol to complete the routine maintenance. In addition, we also shared an SOP video so that they can watch and follow the process to complete the tasks. So what automations did we add? When any task is created, it is automatically added to the maintenance department list, which is this one. As you can see, there's a by house view. All house routine tasks are added here. For Orion, it is 54. For Aurora, it is 54. For Lyra, it is 54. All house routine maintenance tasks are added here. The maintenance team can directly see the status, and the house manager can also see the status of each task. And when any task is completed, it creates a new task so that nothing is missed. All are recurring tasks. They do not need to be manually created because when they are completed, a new task is automatically generated with the due date set. And if you come to the automations for routine maintenance under the maintenance department folder, there are other automations. As you can see, when any task is added here, we are resetting the information so that it can be used for the new task. And there's also a notification system. 5 days before the due date, a message is sent directly. And if they set booking request sent to yes, the status becomes scheduled. And one thing, the missing report status is very important. Let me show you a live example of that. As you can see, if I set booking request to yes, the status automatically becomes scheduled. This is how it works. And as you can see, there is no service report attached. So if I complete this task, it will not mark as complete. Instead, it will change the status to missing report. I completed the task as you can see, but the status changed to missing report because they need to add the report here first. When they add the report, then they can complete the task. This is how everything is organized so nothing is missed. Now let's talk about non-routine maintenance. Non-routine maintenance covers issues that occur unexpectedly. For that, we added a form. Anyone can submit the form if an issue occurs. Let me open the form. As you can see, this is the maintenance form, and it has a link to open the relevant SOP. If any issue happens with the dishwasher, they can see the SOP. For the oven, they can also see the SOP. Let me open an SOP so you can see. For the dishwasher, if they open this, all the information is here. They can follow the protocol and SOP and complete the task, and then they fill in all the details. As you can see, all the information is here. When they submit the form, it is automatically added to this list. As you can see, a task is already created, and all the information is added in the description of the task. The due date is set to the 1st of May, the start date is set as well, the status is open, and this was white gold, dishwasher, and not sent. In addition, we also set up an approval system. If the cost exceeds the threshold, it requires approval. We set 19 automations for this. Let me show you some examples. When booking request status is set to send, it directly sends an email to the maintenance department so they receive the information about the issue. And there is a contractor field. It pulls from the contractor database. When they select from the contractor database, the automation triggers and updates the email and other details. This is all handled through automation. For automation, we used N8N. And you can see there are some indicators that come in from the form. And if the cost is more than the threshold, suppose it comes to $520, then the approval required field will automatically be set to yes, because the cost has been exceeded and finance approval is needed from the finance team. Once they approve, it is automatically marked as approved and they can start working on the task. And when they change the booking status to send, the status automatically becomes scheduled. As you can see, sent to contractor and waiting on contractor. And if the contractor confirms booking status set to confirmed, then the status becomes scheduled. So all of this is automated. And again, like before, they need to add the report. Without that, the task will not complete. Now, if I complete this task, you can see there are comments saying, please add the report and cost for the issue. So once that is updated and resolved, it is completed. Through this process, they can follow all the procedures. There's also an SOP so that nothing is missed. In addition, we added views like by house. So all house non-routine maintenance tasks are visible here. And there's also the form. And we set up many automations. The task type is automatically set to non-routine. The finance approval status is set to pending when needed, and the status is automatically updated when required. So this is how it is working. Let me show you the IT maintenance part. Similarly, we set up the same structure for IT maintenance. You can see the status is open, same as before, and this is a hardware issue. And the house and task type are automatically set. All of this comes from automation. And like before, if we choose send, it will be updated. This is how the automation works. As you can see, when I chose send, it moved to waiting on contractor. And if I choose confirm, the status becomes scheduled. All of this happens automatically. You need to add the issue solution, contractor required, and submitted by. All of these come in from the form, and then the cost is added by the maintenance team, the service report is added, and then they complete the task. The manager can also see the status of the task. This is how all maintenance is managed and completed without needing to ask everyone separately. Every team can see the issue at any time, and every manager can see their property's maintenance tasks and status. So this is the maintenance system we created to keep routine, non-routine, and IT maintenance work organized in one place. Instead of tracking tasks manually or across different places, the team can now manage everything through one structured system that gives better visibility, no missed follow-ups, and makes maintenance management much easier. If you found this useful and want to build a similar system for your business, visit camelai.tech and send us a message.